So we're taking a look at giving feedback to your students, but you are doing this through some of the commenting features in Google Classroom. So here I am in a specific class in my Google Classroom. I'm going to use the classwork section and the assignments that I've given to be able to give some comments and some feedback to my students. So I'm going to do that by clicking on one of the assignments, and you can see a list of students, a couple of items that show up that students are working on. If I double click on one of them, it opens up this new Viewscape. This is a fairly recent thing for Google in the last few months. What's happened is at the top you can see a way to transition from one student to another. You can see the arrows that'll transition there. You can see then below in the middle of the screen, so it looks like they've got this spot that's going here to where it looks like a Google Doc, because it is. This is a Google Doc that's embedded there. On the right, you can see that it's got a comment bank and then a private comment. I'm going to start here at the private comment area. This is where you could give a compliment, give a command to your students, and or give a question to your students. And what happens is that comment that you have done will show up here for your students back in their view. When they're looking at it from this perspective of their classwork, it looks something here, and that private comment would show up down below. So now you're back in the editor port, the editor portion here. So another way, because it is just a Google Doc that's embedded here, you can still select text and insert a comment. What I also like about this is that you could select that text, insert that comment, and type lots of things like the commands that you want, like the compliments that you want to give, like the questions you want to ask. All right? So from there, that is an option, but one other thing that is an option as well that is fairly new is this comment bank. You can go to the comment bank and you can actually copy and then paste. So that would give you the ability to have all of that work out to where then it would have it built to where you could have things like this YouTube link already in to be able to help your students. So if they clicked on this, it would actually take them and show them what you're asking them to do. So again, we have the ability still to give that private comment that shows up, as well as it's just an insertable comment that can be done as well. And then last, to help with those comments, you can actually add them to the bank here in your Google Classroom that would build up. So thinking of those abilities to be able to record and prep things that are very commonly repeated to your students for your feedback.